The Ticats beat the Argos 24-16 on Thanksgiving Monday. I'm here with the Spec Steve Milton. And Steve, this is a team that for the second straight week has come through in the clutch to win a game.
Absolutely, and that was a huge part of Kent Austin's postmortem, was that fact. He considers that the biggest part of their development. I think that they're now winning those games, and they're two in a row now. And I think another one a couple of weeks ago that they won late in the game that they would have lost earlier. And here's another graphic example of the improvement in this team, Drew. First game against the Argos earlier this year, they gave up 39 points. The last two games together added up 37. So that's a massive improvement. You really got to like the way the defense is coming around. The offense did some subtly good things today, but I think you got to wrap them a bit for not scoring enough.
Henry Burse's passing yardage numbers were good. He did throw an interception. I think the guy that powered the offense tonight was C.J. Gable, who had over 100 yards rushing plus almost 50 yards through the air as well. He seems to be sort of their Swiss Army knife of offense.
And let's not forget the blocking. On top of that, remember that he beat out Siobhan Walker, for one reason. Probably the big difference between the two was the desire to block. Now you add all of that extra running on it. He's really, I think the thing we have to remember about him is he didn't play for 3 years. He didn't play at all. He played like an exhibition game and mostly on special teams. So he is really coming into his own. You can see this guy growing too. He's going to draw the odd look from down south.
The Ticats are now just 2 points behind the Argos for first place in the East Division. They are 4 points up on Montreal, who are in third because Montreal lost today to Winnipeg. It means, I think, that the Ticats have the inside track on a home playoff date and still have an outside shot, actually a pretty good shot, to catch the Argos for first place in the division. How important is that division title in your mind?
I think it's less important to win the division than to have a home game. I think that's the most important thing here, is because that's the game you got a better chance of winning. And I really don't think you want to be going on the road, and that would be to Montreal. And remembering Montreal isn't playing on a neutral site in the playoffs anymore. If they play in the playoffs, it's going to be at McGill, where they have a distinct home field advantage. But I think as long as you get a home game, I think when you go to Skydome, yes, it's Toronto's field, but if it's the final there, I think it's going to feel a bit like a Hamilton home game there. I mean, maybe not a home game, but it's going to be almost like a neutral field, because it'll be crazy. Because this team is starting to grab people's attention. You could say this team has grabbed everybody's attention for years around the league, but without fulfilling it. Now they're starting to do it and actually completing the things that people think that they should be doing. And I just want to say one other thing about one little subtle moment here that'll go unnoticed. We'll write about it later in the week in the Spectator, but a spectacular coffin corner kick by Josh Bartel that put Edmonton very, very deep on their 4-yard line. Sorry, did I say Edmonton? I'm sorry. Toronto very deep on their 4-yard line. Now, of course, they just made a march just like that, but to ask 2 in a row within about 5 minutes, that's an awful lot. I thought Bartel had a lot to do with winning this game.
Make sure you check out Tuesday's Spectator for Steve's column and my story. Reporting from Guelph for the Hamilton Spectator, I'm Drew Edwards.